Here we are with prompt number 2, taken from Incarceron by Catherine Fisher. This might be my favorite prompt out of all of them. It reads, "Because I have dreams, and in those dreams I see the stars." So of course I went full science fiction, futuristic, dystopian, into a world where you can no longer see the stars. I hope you enjoy it as much as I do. If you write anything for the prompt, please leave it in the comments below. "What are these?" she said, approaching her father with book in hand. He lifted her onto his lap and looked at the page. Simple sentences illustrated by simple pictures. A book from a bygone era of simpler times. "What's what, dear?" "These dots in the picture." She pointed at the pinpricks of yellow dotted into the watercolor sky. "They're called stars, like little light bulbs. You used to be able to see them in the sky." "But what's holding them up?" Her face scrunched up tightly, brain trying to work at the problem. He smiled and picked her up, carrying her over to the window. Although it was near midday, the view outside was a sepia-toned nightmare, the air thick with dust and soot. She never would have known any different, but he could still remember clear skies. "You see the bright haze up in the sky?" "Of course I see the sun, Dad." She was so sure, but the fact was she saw less of the sun every day. The eruption, bigger than the world had ever seen, had clouded the atmosphere, ensuring that none of the children would ever truly see the sun. And without the sun, vegetation had withered, the soil deteriorating into nothing but fine dust. Well, our planet goes round and round the sun, with many other planets. The stars are just more suns, far off in space. "With more planets around them?" she asked, leaning forward to press her face to the window. "Well, we don't know for sure, but probably." They sat still for a moment, each lost in their own thoughts, his gaze fixed on the sky, seeing not what was there, but what he remembered should be there. Her eyes fell back towards the book, her fingers connecting the stars like a dot-to-dot puzzle. After a long moment, her voice quiet, she asked, "But the story isn't real." They sat in the silence a while longer. "How do you know the stars are real?" "Because when I was your age, I played under the stars, and when I went to school, we learned of the stars, and when your mother and I were married, we danced under the stars." "But what about now? How do we know they're real now?" "Because I have dreams, and in those dreams I still see the stars."